right? After a midseason lull, the two have been on fire since Week 16. In fact, over their last 3 games together, Burrow recording a 98 QBR, completing 79% of his passes while averaging nearly 15 yards per attempt when targeting Chase. And Burrow's like, hey, Chase, where you at? All right, cool, I'm going to you. Dan, what did you take away from watching Joe Burrow in his first NFL playoff game?
Yeah, Joe Burrow, to me, is Picasso with a rifle. I mean, he's constantly painting art pictures.
With a gun?
With
art
a gun.
pictures.
Think about it. Like, I look at quarterback play and I'm who, what, where, when, why, how. And I think Joe's doing that as good as anybody in the NFL right now. It's like, who do I throw the football to? Well, that's depending on what the defense is. What kind of throw do I have to make? Where's the ball placement supposed to be? When? Like, that's the timing of it. How? Like, what's the rhythm of the play? When you watch Joe play, I don't know what quarterback comes to mind for me other than Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Steve Young when it comes to getting myself out of bad situations and also playing on time at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when quarterbacks have to get themselves out of bad, they're late to stuff. Joe is doing it and also playing on time to stuff. And that's why there's such a consistent pace to this offense right now. It's really right now, it's poetry offensively, how good he's playing.
Yeah, we say it cliche, but fellas, when do you get good at football? When the game slows down.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's playing with this type of, first of all, the whole NFL, he does not care, okay? Joe Burrow plays football to win only. He don't care how it needs to be done or who it needs to be done with. He plays football to win games, not to have a great QBR or 500 yards passing. I'm going to figure out how to win this football game. Me and RC watched it at LSU so many times. How many times? And then the second thing is, fellas, I'm watching this game, and this has nothing to do with analysis. That looked like a 10-year vet in the playoffs for the 7th time with no pressure at all, knowing, like, we're going to win. I just need to make sure we don't make any mistakes.
You saw a couple times when he throws the football away or takes the sack in the red zone.
Bro.
You're not doing that unless you're so confident.
You're confident.
We'll be okay. Like, that's the right play right now.
Well, I think a lot of that is the fact that he's been through a lot, right? This isn't one of those 5-star babies who got the starting job the day he walked on. He walked on the campus at Ohio State, right? This is a dude that had to transfer. This is the guy who had to earn his way on the team at LSU as a starter. And then you 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So he's a grown man. He's also older than Lamar Jackson. Let's not forget that,
true.
right? Joe Burrow is a stinking adult, right? And he has the connection that he has with Jamar Chase, to me, is second only to Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. And I know that's sacrilegious in a lot of ways because there's so many people that have done it for longer. But when you watch these two in a one-on-one matchup on the outside, they win more than anybody. And the other part about this game is, though, it can't just be about those two. Right? Joe Mixon needs to be involved. T. Higgins needs to be involved. Tyler Boyd needs to be involved. And you saw that from those stats we saw earlier. So I think in the second half, they kind of got away from that, and they weren't as successful. You can't do that against the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go to the other side of the ball, though, for Cincinnati, because, Mina, there's someone on their defense that you think needs a little bit more credit and attention.
Well, a few players, actually. I think at every level, they had a guy who stepped up and played at a superstar level. Up front, my son, Trey Hendrickson.
Not your son.
We don't know what his status is, and that is something we are going to come back to because he is so important to this defense. Like, he could swing an entire game. The pressure
might not
just
want to
evaporated.
Without
the pressure up front basically evaporated when he went off the field. So his status is up in the air. I thought Jermaine Pratt, that linebacker who, of course, had the interception to steal the game, was outstanding. And then in the secondary, Jesse Bates had his best game of the season.
Been waiting on that.
And well, I actually mentioned in our meeting, I feel like Jesse Bates played a lot better than he has all season. And Buggy, our stats guy, hit me with that he, in this game, had 3 PBUs. He had 4 PBUs all year.
Wow.
So talk about stepping into like the big moment and playing up to it. He was outstanding, and he's going to need to be outstanding going forward for them to keep playing.
So with the win, guys, Joe Burrow joins Michael Vick and Andrew Luck as the only #1 overall picks to win a playoff game within their first 2 seasons.
I think it's the best
rare.
I think it's the best first 2-year turnaround in the NFL history.
Thanks to the art pictures that Joe Burrow is painting.
Yeah, you can see the belief in this team because he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.